Hi, friends. Doc South here. Yet another episode of well, I guess I don't want to say words of wisdom, but words of advice. Okay, 'cause I don't know if I'm truly a wise person or anything even close. I mean, I've been called dummy many a time, and, and in many cases, those persons who did refer to me as such were quite often they were right. Okay. But at times, I guess I've noticed some things about life. And being as I'm getting older now, I ought to at least mention some of the words of wisdom I've managed to come up with again in my, what is it now? Oh my God, 72 years. Aye. And one, be, one that really hits me is something I got this advice from an angel. I'm certain it was an angel. I say it. He or she was an angel. I don't know the gender. Yeah, but I know there was a time when an angel came to me, and and pretty much filled the room I was in with absolute light. And all I saw was just like this ball of light, very beautiful, very beautiful. And in the middle of the light, this again blinding white light was a pair of eyes. And the eyes looked at me, and I could hear, not so much with my ears, but with my being. I heard the angel say, and it's funny. This was probably an angel. This angel probably was a human once and became an angel. May have been maybe maybe an old boot camp instructor, maybe a gym teacher. I don't know, but it looked at me and says, "Hey," I think it did. I think it said, "Hey, you're doing all right. You could do better. You could do better. But honest to God, if you don't quit all your worrying, I don't know what we're going to do with you. You got to cut out the worrying. Cut it out." I said, "What? But no, 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 no more worrying for you. Cut it out. Ah. And now shut up. Go to sleep. You got a busy day tomorrow, and we're glad your daughter's all right after that wreck." That's what prompted, I think, the angel to come to me. I thank God that my daughter wasn't killed in that wreck, and that night, bingo, there it was. There, he or she was. Uh, and I remember I've written that down as one of my major words of wisdom is, okay, don't worry so much. Now that's hard to do. I mean, I've got a lot of my mother's blood in me, and my father's too, and worrying, runs in the family. My father didn't worry quite so much. He kind of just went out and did it. He worried about it later, which maybe is not a bad idea. Postpone your worrying until you got something to worry about, you know? But if you're running around worrying about what people are going to think, well, pretty soon you're letting other people make things worse for you. You know, maybe worry about what you're going to think, and then perhaps you won't worry so much. Eh? Plan for whatever it is your thinking's got you down. That's got you worried. Maybe if you study a little bit on a certain topic, that whatever it is you're worried about won't be so bad. I mean, you worry about taking tests. Well, there's ways to smarten up on how to take a test. For instance, you're worried about getting a driver's license. Well, go to driving school. You're worried about what to do if someone's laying in front of you and they're all bleeding? Well, go take a first aid course. In other words, learn about what it is you might be fearing. The other thing is just maybe sometimes it wouldn't hurt to just kind of put the worrying on a back burner, and like I said, plan your action. You know, if this happens, this is what I'll do. You know, I can try this method, this procedure, this whatever, and get around the obstacle. And there's a lot of times too is just being optimistic. You know, a lot of the things you worry about I'll bet 100 out of 100 items to worry about, probably only two of them happen, right? And when they happen, you'll often find that they aren't so bad. And a lot of times, what's got you down might also be an opportunity. This sounds kind of crass, but when I was divorced from my first wife, I was just, oh my God, I was just in horrible shape. And I was low on money. I had a lot of guilt. I missed my kids, and oh my God, and just didn't know what to do. I remember a fella. I was sitting in a bar with a guy drinking, and the guy's, I'm again crying in my beer over this and that. He says, "Here, turn around on this bar stool. You got the bar stool with the turns?" I said, "Yeah." "Turn around and look at this bar." I said, "Yeah." He says, "What do you see?" I say, "I see people." He says, "What are some of those people?" I said, "Well, some of them are guys, some of them are girls." He says, "Most of those girls are single?" I said, "No, really?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, but I got a divorce." And he says, "Yeah, but those girls are single." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey." I wasn't in any mood to go out dating at that point, but you see what I'm saying. He actually did say that what I was worried about, what I was, a life of living alone, was really kind of dumb. Sometimes you got to think the situation over. I know. And then do something about it. Also, it doesn't hurt to get involved with helping others. I think one of the best things I ever did in the situation I found myself in back in those days was to join a rescue squad. I joined the rescue squad. I'm laying in the bunk at the squad hall, all worried about what was, the situation I was in. And lo and behold, the phone would ring, and there'd be someone way worse than me. And what was nice was we went out to help that person make it better. And somehow doing that kind of got you into sooner or later, I started thinking, well, wait a minute, there's some things I can do to be better, too. So you see what I'm saying? It's I think it's a pointless exercise to constantly worry. Now, if you're sitting at a beach and a tidal wave develops, well, there's something to worry about. Okay. If somehow they say this big old this big old asteroid's coming for the Earth, well, again, you may as well worry then. But most cases, stuff isn't going to be as bad as you think. And, probably something like an asteroid hitting the Earth, you won't even know what hit you anyway. You get right down to it. But really getting out there and serving and looking for the bright side, trying to find the opportunity in a problem, if nothing else, just the learning that will come to you from trying to solve the problem. All so much the better for you. Okay, so again, don't worry so much. There's a lot of things we worry about, honestly, should be way on the backest of burners on the stove of life. You get right down to it. And there's a lot of ways to step around a lot of the things you're concerned about or to make it better. Okay, so I'm just saying, don't worry, think, plan, do, initiate. Get off your duff, like the angel said. And now and then sleep on it. A lot of times the trouble, like the angel said, when you wake up in the morning, somehow a solution comes to your mind, don't it? Sometimes it does. So anyway, I thought I'd say. I'll see you later, and thank you. God bless.